I mean, go for it.
Yeah, Red Dragon right here at 5. Sorry. Hey, guys. How are y'all?
Welcome into Hand Raised Guys, presented by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. I'm Neal McCready. That's Chase Parham here on this Thursday, September the 25th. Almost 5 o'clock as we Central Daylight Time as we wind down another week of podcasts. Get you ready for LSU and Ole Miss as early as 2:30 on Saturday afternoon on ABC. Vaught Hemingway Stadium. We'll have lots of coverage here leading up to and then after.
It's going to be on time.
Saturday's game.
It's going to kick on time. Optimist. What's the 11 game?
The over
Arkansas
under,
Notre Dame.
The over under on Notre Dame Arkansas is in the upper 50s.
Which is a bit of a problem on that 3.5 hour deal.
I don't love our chances at a 2:30 precise kick. In fact, I don't like them at all. But if you'd like to be optimistic, that's fine with me. I'm guessing 2:47 on a kick.
Dude on a skateboard broke 2 world records today. Highest drop in, 70 meters, and speed, 59 miles an hour on a skateboard when he skated down the side of a skyscraper in Brazil.
No.
I'm out. No way.
I'm not even sure I could watch that.
The videos of the people that do the mountain biking on those little bitty trails and bridges and stuff, I can't even watch it. I would fall within a second and a half. I can't do it. No, I'm out.
And the ones that jump off stuff with the wings.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't do it.
Cliff jumping wouldn't be your thing.
No.
Even watching the people who put the cameras on them for the big high dives, like in the Olympic high dive and stuff, you look down and you're like, whoa, that's
a lot.
That's a big. I'm from a place where back in high school, I had some friends that would pass time by going to bridges and just jumping off the bridges into the water. It's like literally what they did sometimes for entertainment.
That could go wrong.
No wonder people got in trouble because we ain't got supposed to do. I mean, options pretty slim. We got a twin cinema, always shows a kids movie and then a rated R movie.
Lane said his slow life is good.
He did. That's true. He even said it again with Pat Mack.
Yeah.
Today I watched that clip he had going on.
All right, we're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. Different names, same great people, products, and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding area, call Comer, 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, Memphis, or the surrounding area, call Southern, 662-429-4429. We're in the Clark Ford Studios. Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900. Call that number. Ask for our buddy Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you are looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours. Right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get your quote. The rest is up to you. You can shop that quote around. You can do what I've done, what I recommend that you do, and that's hop into a Clark Ford today, 662-257-1900. We'll open up the Campbell Clinic Hotline in a bit. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit campbellclinicoxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111. And Chase, this is a Blue Sky Live.
It is a Blue Sky Live. You can get catering options with all your Sweet Daddy's locations, either just feeding family, extended family, maybe your office for a nice little lunch, or catering in the Grove for a little tailgate action. They can handle all of that and more. Lunch specials, catering, clean convenience stores, Blue Sky, and Sweet Daddy's all over the state of Mississippi, including the Oxford Exxon here locally on Highway 6 West. Good to meet you, Big Ben. Says I'm taller in person. Thank you, I guess. I don't know what you're expecting, but, I claim 5'8", but it's probably just a bit of a stretch by like half an inch, so that's fine.
Everybody rounds up.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm always like I think you're a psychopath if you say you're 5'11", because it's like you can get away with 6 foot.
Yeah.
Like you're either way too honest or I'm wondering about you a little bit. Yeah, unless it means you're 5'10", really, and you're saying 5'11".
5'11", because you can't pull off 6 feet.
Maybe that's, hey, I can say 5'11", and I feel a little better. Yeah, 911 is broken in Mississippi right now.
That is not a good thing.
That's not ideal. No. That's a problem. I saw that alert earlier today.
How does that happen?
You're asking the wrong person. I don't know. Yeah, they sent like the. Did you get one? Like the phone
Oh yeah,
alerts?
yeah. It's at the very end of McCready and Siskiyou, it went off.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So people are gonna be listening to that at the end of the show. It's gonna go off, and they're gonna jump.
Oh, because it
is what it is.
Yeah.
Because I think you can silence your phone and that still goes off, right?
You can turn it off in your settings, but yeah,
Okay.
you can't just straight whatever. That's correct. Oh, Hayden says, need help with attending a wedding this weekend. Okay, we'll get to that in a bit. Somebody said they cut a fiber line somewhere. Well, we know what that's like. I mean, we've done that locally. I mean, that's
been there.
That's fine.
It's not good. Seen it happen. That's a long day and a half.
Is that what it was?
It was a bad day and a half. You have no internet at all. It's hard to work. Had to go find a place to go work.
Felt like you're in the 1990s again.
Well, and let's go sit at a coffee shop. After you've been there about 4 or 5 hours, you're ready to get the hell out of the coffee shop. You don't just want to hang out all day in a coffee shop.
No.
I mean, really about 2 hours.
In most coffee shops, the chairs are pretty uncomfortable too. There's only a couple in town where I'd want to actually kind of spend some time.
Yeah. And then you wouldn't want to spend time with a laptop in your lap. You would.
Cam says, when they put 6 foot on the roster for me in college, I was so happy. I haven't been 6 foot ever. Yeah, my high school football team was really bad about that because I think as a freshman, I was listed at like 5'10" or 5'11" and like 210 or something. And I was not a bit over 5'6", 5'7", 165. Like it was not even in the realm of that.
They didn't let us do that, Rustin.
Did they not?
No. They put actual height and weight down. I don't think they wanted to round us up, and I think they wanted people to underestimate us.
People are saying the stadium remodel back in play with RevShare being in play. No, you're using RevShare to pay the players. You don't have $500 million lying around right now.
Yeah,
you're going to need a really good. I mean, I'm not being funny. You're going to need a really good interest bond market to get that done because you're just not going to be able to just go, hey, here's the cash, pay it. You're going to have to be able to get really good terms on something to get that done.
Yeah, I don't know how. What would you even do? I mean, you're not expanding a stadium right now. Not expanding.
You're not increasing seats.
You're not increasing capacity. You might be putting in more comfortable seats and taking seats out. But like, there's a thread on our board, rebels247.com, where someone asked about making Vaught Hemingway. I can't remember the number. Maybe they said 80.
No.
Like, why would you do that? Like, it just makes no sense.
They're going to make premium better. They're going to potentially. I mean, I don't mean Ole Miss. I just mean stadiums in general.
Right.
You're going to potentially put baseball type grandstand seating in at some places like North Carolina and like I think Baylor has done that. You're going to have that. Ole Miss is still trying to add those boxes over the press box, I guess. I haven't heard anything about that in a while. Remember that? The luxury suite thing?
I think they're still planning it. I don't know how that works.
I haven't asked.
Chris Beard, I asked him today about the basketball's full schedule being released. He seemed frustrated that it's still not out. There are a couple of contracts apparently that have not yet been completely finalized.
Oh, he's frustrated?
I mean, not like in a major way. I think he thought it would have been out
he's a little annoyed.
Weeks ago. Yeah, annoyed might be the better word, just in general. But we were told any day now, including today.
You saw practice this morning?
I saw some of practice this morning. I saw them shooting around, and they went in for film, and they were in film a while, and I had to come back because I had podcast obligations to fulfill here on this Thursday. Had they said, hey, what day of the week would you like practice access? I would have said any day but Thursday.
Oh, you had Mine on My Money this morning.
I had Mine on My Money, McCready and Siskiyou, our show. But I did put up video of Chris. It's up at the site. It's on MPW Digital as well. So I asked him about schedule and asked him about Bruce Pearl.
Yeah, we ain't talked about that. Yeah,
he gave a pretty.
So you still believe politics, even though he says no?
Yes.
Okay. Why is he lying?
Probably because they haven't finalized a launch and a full strategy on.
This is for Tuberville's seat.
Yes.
Because Tuberville is running for governor?
Yes.
Okay.
I would be very surprised if
Who is running against him?
I don't know, but if they have a D by their name,
Kay Ivy's out. She's done.
Apparently so.
Okay. My Alabama politics is not very good.
No.
So.
I mean, I know some things with Alabama politics right now because of people that I know.
Okay.
I would be very surprised if Bruce Pearl does not run for U.S. Senate.
Okay.
I guess he hasn't announced it yet, and until you have announced it, you're not running.
It's true. Because right now he still says he's going to be an Auburn ambassador. I do think he timed it where they had to hire his kid.
Well, I do think Auburn knew about this months and months ago, and I think there was a reason that Stephen Pearl stayed the last couple of years. And look.
Yeah, hey, I've got to ask about this twice today, about AJ running for office. What is this? Is it a rumor going around the internet? What are we doing? I know you can't talk, so.
Well, I'll simply cite the AL.com story that was written.
Okay.
Where I just can't say a lot.
Yeah, no, I get it. I didn't even know it was from AL.com, so I wouldn't even ask you had I known it come from an actual publication. I didn't know if it was some Facebook post.
I think, let's see, what can I safely say? I think the Alabama Republican Party is
searching a little right now.
I think they are recruiting AJ.
Okay. That's fair. Okay.
I mean, I think that's out very clearly because there was a poll done by that party where they asked Alabama citizens would they be interested, would they support AJ McCarron's candidacy, and they listed two jobs. One was the U.S. Senate seat, and the other was the lieutenant governor race in the state of Alabama.
Pepper in our stream says I'm voting for Steve Marshall for Senate unless AJ runs. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm blind here. I'm just and you are not. As I'm having
not
this conversation
and need to be.
Okay,
I need to pretend to
That's
be blind.
Fine. Yeah, all good. Fine.
I like AJ a lot. As a person, I've known him since he was a kid. I knew his dad. I guess his dad's still around, but I back when I was in Mobile, I knew AJ's dad. AJ would do quite well. He does have a young family. We'll see.
Okay. That's fine. Non-conference schedule just came out. Men's basketball.
Oh, there you go.
Southeastern Louisiana is the opener. That is on November 3rd. ULM, Memphis, Cal State Bakersfield. That's the throwback game. And by the way, Rod Barnes relieved duties yesterday.
I mean, that game lost some.
Okay, did it? Because I understand what you're saying.
Do you still bring him back?
I mean, he still gets to see his former players on the other team too.
Yes, so maybe it's even better this way.
Yeah, I mean, because I saw that same reaction last night of, oh my God, this is weird now. And look, it is weird because they got an assistant under some pretty steep allegations that I'm sure did something to force Rod out there. But I don't know. He just puts on a bunch of Ole Miss gear and he goes and hugs some of his dudes at Bakersfield. I mean, you can still run the videos and crap. I mean, what difference does it make if he's on the sidelines?
Yeah, I stand corrected.
He can sit in a floor seat between the teams or something. I don't know. Let Lee give him one of his seats or something. We'll hang out and I don't know. It'll be fine.
I stand corrected. You're right.
Right. I mean,
you're right.
Ole Miss is going to beat them by 22, and we're just going to go were they Roadrunners?
Cal State Bakersfield.
Are they the Roadrunners?
I don't know.
They beat Ole Miss in a baseball regional in 15. Out in LA.
It's time to fire Bianco. That's ridiculous.
It is. Austin P, Utah or Washington in Palm Springs, Iowa in Palm Springs, Miami. That's the challenge thing.
Okay.
St. John's.
Wait, tell me the Palm Springs again. It's Iowa and then who?
Utah or Washington.
Utah or Washington. Okay.
St. John's, Southern Miss, Alabama A&M, and Tupelo.
Okay.
NC State in Greensboro.
What's the date on the Tupelo game?
December the 17th.
And then what's the date on the Greensboro game?
21st.
21st.
And then the 29th for Alcorn. So there's no 26th. That's nice.
That is nice.
And the 29th, if Ole Miss is in a bowl game practicing that week, it's Alcorn. So
right.
I mean, Chris will say that they are a very competitive team that's probably going to go win the SWAC, but for the most part, it's fine.
Let's see if do not pull it up. Don't cheat. Can you name the actual name of the Cal State Bakersfield mascot? You are right.
It is a Roadrunner?
It is a Roadrunner.
Okay.
He has a name.
I have no clue.
It starts with an R.
I mean, no, I don't know.
Rowdy the Roadrunner.
Okay. I mean, I got the freaking bird. Okay. Like, no, we're beep, beep.
The mascot is the Roadrunner. It's a bird endemic to the area. The Roadrunner became the university's mascot after 33 mascots. Hey, Ole Miss, you can keep trying. After 33 mascots were nominated for consideration, the idea for the Roadrunner came from a group in Buttonwillow, as the bird was also the mascot of Buttonwillow Elementary School.
Buttonwillow?
Buttonwillow. Buttonwillow. Buttonwillow.
Kyle, thanks for super chat. Good to see you. Send me a DM too when you know if you're coming to Tupelo, because we haven't mailed that. I can just take it with me. So let me know that, by the way. He says, Neal, for school board or city council, helps being the new man around town.
I would not like my chances in either race.
You don't think so? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I could.
I mean,
I could stir it up on a school board now. Things will get a little rough.
I mean, I'm not ruling it out. You don't technically live in the city, so
Yeah,
your situation is a little limited on some of the things you could.
I'd have to be a Lafayette County Board of Supervisor,
not an alderman.
Right.
When we get you on the planning commission or something, I mean,
yeah.
They killed the historic preservation committee thing. It's like a big hubbub around town right now.
You have to fill me in.
No. Absolutely not. Or at least not right here. Nope. Nuh-uh. We are not.
Oh, God.
I have no idea what's going on. Nothing. Mm-mm.
As soon as that came out of my mouth, I went, no, that's probably not going to happen.
No. Oh, God.
Oh, shoot. That's funny.
Yes, they had 33 nominees, not 33 actual mascots that they went down the road on.
It's that now. My brain was ahead of my mouth. I mean, Ole Miss could keep trying, though.
That is interesting. Bakersfield is not named after music, or like as I said, it ain't the Bakersfield sound for nothing. Yeah, like that I'm a little surprised.
Oh, shoot. What are my thoughts on roundabouts? I mean,
they're amazing if you know how to get around them. They're awesome.
If 100% of the people understood how they worked, they're awesome. But the problem you get in Oxford, and I would think most anywhere, is that you get people that
we handled them better in November and December after the kids have been here for a couple months than we do in August and even January or February. Like August, it's Thunderdome around these things. We're just flying. It's all over the place.
It's bad.
And then you get to the 4-lane ones or the double lane ones, and it's all bets are off. Because I still, even now, I know I'm doing the right thing, but when somebody's crashing down, I'm like, you stopping? You sure?
Well, the one that I hate is not even a roundabout. It's the merge thing off Chucky Mullins when we're going to the football games.
Yeah.
And you're getting off of 6
and staying in the right lane.
And you stay in the right lane. You keep going. I'm like, why do you stop? People just stop. And then the traffic backs up onto the interstate. And you're like, no.
It's the merge example of when people on the 4-lane just come to the stop on the off ramp
at the top.
Yeah. And
you're like, no, this is not how this works.
Ooh, Dustin says try driving a semi through roundabouts. Okay, I don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
Congratulations. You win.
That would be hard.
Yes, roundabouts are intuitive. Once you're in the roundabout, just go. That's it. There is one rule. Wait to get in the roundabout. Once in the roundabout, drive.
Yes.
And understand what lane you need to be in to exit.
Which is usually written on the street in a way that you can read it as you go. But you're right. Thunderdome is a good term. It's
a bit of a chaotic situation.
Well, yeah.
I avoid all the stuff on Molly Bar for the most part. I don't want to deal with all the other drivers on those over there.
Chucky Mullins says he comes from the other direction on game day. It's a disaster zone.
Oh, because you have to get up and left and then come
Yeah.
across.
And then you got to get over.
Are we?
And people just stop.
Can we technically? You guys really are just here at this point. Can we take the backside to Manning Way to the garage? Can we get in that way off Old Taylor if we want to? Like we would go to football? Can we do that?
I think.
Will they let us in where I pass that way to then turn right?
I don't know.
Because I always just go to Coliseum because I know I can do it.
Well, that's me too.
But I wonder, could I go straight across to Old Taylor and go up the back of Manning Way and they would let me in with my pass? It's iffy.
Yeah. But your problem would be if you did it and then you couldn't, is that there's a turnaround there that now you're mad.
And everyone else is furious.
Yeah.
Because I get really furious at the Chucky Mullins guy who doesn't have the pass, and he gets up there and they're like, no, just swoop around. I'm like, this is not new. Well, you can't get on campus without a pass.
And you got to think, no, don't you think that if everybody could go right there, that everybody would be going right there? Don't you kind of think that?
Yeah.
Hey, caller, who do we have?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You should try this the
Citadel
Day. Yeah, you pull that off. Even Washington State, but not LSU. Saturday would be the wrong day. Hey, who do we have?
Hey guys, David from Madison.
Hey David, how are you?
I'm great. Listen, you guys have talked in the past about Bo Wallace, Romero Miller, possible being the most important recruits in the history of Ole Miss.
Yep.
I say after last night, we build the statue to Landry Kiffin.
Well, there's some impact there.
Just go build it.
There's some impact.
Just go build it.
Yes, Neal.
Is it bad if I say I told you so right here? If I just say it one time to all the people that have told me that I was completely wrong and that I was just making it up in 2022, can I just say told you so one time?
I mean, he said he hadn't made the decision.
Well, she referred to it as changing his decision.
She did.
Well, Neal, the other statue needs to be for you because you're the one that initially got him hired.
You know what? I will let Landry have my statue if I just get to say I told you so one time really loud to the 10 people who have yelled at me for all these years telling me that I was making it up that day in Fayetteville. Because, David, I was not making it up. He was gone. He had made a decision. I know what he said. I also know what his daughter said.
Okay.
He had made a decision and he was gone, and it changed.
Okay, here's what's fascinating about this, in all seriousness.
Yeah, and then Ole Miss at the same time said, hey, we've got to do everything.
And they ponied up and had the big
over that
they had the big collective fundraiser and the whole deal.
But let me be specific. On the Saturday of that pre-Thanksgiving, he was going.
So here's the thing: is Lane talks about kids in Oxford and all this, and like I said, I believe him. I mean, you had Ryan McGee on. Ryan is completely believing Lane at this point. There was nothing that felt fake about anything he was saying in that documentary. It was all just though coinciding, right? Because I mean, he had already been in Oxford for 2 years at that point. It wasn't like he moved in 6 months before.
Well, he'd been in almost 3 years.
Well, yeah, it's 3. Yeah, late 19 to late 22.
Yeah,
so 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But then suddenly it just clicked. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Like some of the, hey, I got here and it changed everything. No, like the kids changed everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's the whole shooting match.
I mean, I think she was being very truthful last night in that documentary.
Yeah.
She moved here. She had not lived with him on a daily basis in forever.
Yeah. Since Manhattan Beach.
And at first, I loved what she said. Like at first it was like, hey.
They were just roommates.
Yeah, and I mean, and then all of a sudden they start doing some things together, and I mean, look, she's not Caroline's age. She's a year younger than Caroline, maybe, or 2 years younger than Caroline. Landry.
She's a junior,
so she's 2 years younger than Caroline. I know some girls that, I mean, Oxford's a small town. I know girls who are really good friends with Landry. She had a really good experience at OHS. And was going to Ole Miss and was excited about the whole Rush thing, and then had pledged and
She's had a good experience.
She's had a great experience, as you would expect, and I do think it was a monstrous factor where she said to him, "I came here for you, and now you're going to leave. I don't want to leave."
I'm kind of with Ginger. I want to know what song she played on the slideshow. It's Ryan's error. I need to know the song.
Yeah, it was one of the few documentaries where I think if they'd had 30 more minutes, they could have done a few more things, but they had a time crunch. You had 50 some odd minutes
and
plus
you had
commercials.
to make it for the general audience.
Yeah,
Couldn't
it
get
wasn't
so minutia based on one thing.
No, it was built for the guy in Dubuque to turn it on at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday night and watch it.
But what happened was,
Wednesday
as
night.
Landry had this helped him with this change, then I think he actually started accepting the town a little more and whatever. Because I mean, frankly, he was kind of just isolated and just a football coach.
Yeah,
like Oxford didn't change shit for 18 months or 2 years. I mean, because he was just
he didn't really kind of meet some Oxford people until Landry was in school.
Yeah, it integrated him into the community more.
Because
more.
There was a picture of him with her at what I assumed was a prom.
Yeah,
and I know exactly where that was.
Oh yeah,
and he wouldn't have been there before that.
Correct. That's right.
You know,
because when he moved here, he knew no one but Malloy. That was it. Go ahead. Sorry, Dave.
Neal, Chase, let me ask you guys this. All right, so his son is in Oxford playing football.
Yes.
Chris lives in the house behind him. His wife is at least part-time living in Oxford. Obviously, Landry has at least another year in Oxford.
Yeah.
Correct.
In a world where this year or next year the Alabama job comes open and they could put the pass behind them and they offer it to him, does he take it?
It's just so hard to say.
Yeah, and I mean,
I do think that's one of the couple that you would legitimately have to be concerned about.
And I just would be stunned. Look, that they glossed over it last night because you have to, but not everything about his tenure at Alabama was told in that documentary because you couldn't. And there's a lot. And not everybody. Not everybody who was part of it, David, is gone. And people do hold grudges and remember things, and again, we get into the whole fit. I mean, does Lane fit at Alabama? I guess in some ways, sure, but in other ways,
not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. It's a different job.
Well, I was going to tell you, going along with that, and I'm not going to mention the name of the show. We'll just say it's one that's broadcast from the Bagel Closet. Yesterday, they had a guy that covers Alabama, and he basically told the guy, he was like, there's some stuff that happened over there. I'll tell you off there, but basically, he seriously scorched bridges.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, to the ground.
Didn't just untie the ropes. I mean, incinerated everything.
All right, who could get hired back at an institution first? Freeze at Ole Miss or Kiffin at Bama?
I mean, Kiffin
at Alabama.
With a bullet.
I have a better chance of getting the Ole Miss job than Hugh does.
Whoa, it's back.
Well, look, guys, thank you again for all the content.
Restored.
Looking forward to this weekend, and hope you guys have a great weekend.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
David.
All right.
I mean, Hugh at least inquired the last time it was open.
Oh,
I mean, he was
did.
curious. He was
did.
just asking. I mean,
He really did.
it doesn't hurt to ask. Hey, it's been long enough. I'm here. What do you think?
That week, man.
I'm here.
I got to tell you that there was that little part of last night's show was kind of validating. When I was like, "Yep, see, told you," because people push back hard on that, and I don't think it's a reflection negatively on anything. I think, like you said, it was. I thought in the aftermath of that, he got locked in.
It's 100%.
That's when he was like,
"It's why the Levy thing is more complicated."
Oh, yeah, the Levy thing's really complicated. It's why when
Jeff was a saving grace in 21.
And Durkin.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, you're on. Turn your device down, though. Or you're going to have
sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll have a bad delay otherwise.
How you guys doing?
We're good. How are
great.
you?
What's up?
Great, thanks. So this is Jacob in Florida. So question, where would you rank the pedigree of SEC jobs now that are coming open? What is the top to the bottom? Allegedly, of course, if Florida comes open, where does that rank based off of the West?
It's impossible to answer unless you'll tell me this. So here's the question, and we'll just let you be the football god for a minute. How does
that's funny.
How does NIL get dealt with? Are deals easily?
Is there going to be a level playing field, or is it going to come down to resource based inside the schools?
Are
still?
NIL deals easily consummated, or does NIL go truly flag anything over $600 and make it where it has to have real, actual NIL? That's the question.
Well, you are the experts, but I mean, I guess for the sake of argument.
But I don't know. I mean, so no, I'm letting you be the guy that determines it, because I'll base some of my answer off that. If the playing field's level, this is all about fit, and it's all about your ability to assemble a staff, your ability to
be efficient, because that's where the change happens, one way or the other.
Yes. If it's total resources, well, then it starts with Texas and Texas A&M, and then it just kind of goes from wherever. And I mean, obviously.
Either way, though, I'll say this: Ole Miss is a better job than Florida when you consider expectations and how they actually handle under the current administrations in both places.
Yeah,
in that way. If we're just talking about Lane and the Florida deal and all that, Florida's not as good of a job. Go freak out, Gainesville. I don't care.
No, well, not when you've been.
Yeah, and everybody's going nuts about that. Because I'm in South Florida, and everyone's going crazy that he's going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, I said this yesterday on our message board. If the football gods dropped in and told me today that Lane Kiffin is coaching in Florida in the next year or two, I would say,
Tampa.
I would say, he got the Bucs or the Dolphins job. I mean, if you told
Lincoln Brew here has a good point. Florida's a terrible job. No one seems to be able to win enough to keep it. Who actually is a fit? No, Florida doesn't have a good fit. It's hard to figure out who fits there.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you told me that Lane Kiffin took the Tampa Bay Buccaneers job out of sentimentality and the challenge of coaching in the NFL, I'd totally buy it. 1,000,000%. On the water, everything. I mean, nothing against Gainesville.
It sucks.
But Gainesville sucks. There's nothing fancy about Gainesville. Like you could talk me into Tampa. Easy.
I mean, if you told me to predict Lane Kiffin's next job, I would say NFL or here. I mean,
I think if Lane got offered the Texas job, he and every other coach in America would take it, right?
Yeah, sure.
So it's where people do the Kiffin thing, and I'm like, well, yeah, but that applies to everyone. Like, I don't know that there's a coach in the country, maybe the whole country, who would turn the Texas job down.
And Kiffin at the college level, you have to allow him to be the program, the face of the program, everything. You can't be a robot machine program with Kiffin. It doesn't work.
Yeah, because
that's why Bama's not a great fit for Kiffin. Ohio State wouldn't make sense for Lane Kiffin. He would take the job.
And here's the thing about Oxford that I think you have to live here to understand it. And I don't know why it's this way. It just kind of is. He gets left alone here. Like, randoms don't just come up to his door and knock here. He gets to go to the yoga thing, and people just treat him like another person doing yoga. I don't know that you get that in a lot of other places. You don't get that in Tuscaloosa, for damn sure. You just don't get that level of privacy, and I think he's grown to appreciate it. I don't think he appreciated it after 2 or 3 years because he didn't really know. But I mean, like on Friday night,
we have
Friday nights here, he gets to go be Knox's dad on Friday nights here. I don't know that you get to do that everywhere else. Again, I mean, am I the person that goes, Lane Kiffin's going to stay in Oxford for another 10 years? I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are places he would go, I'm sure. And I mean, I always wonder with guys like him, at some point, do you get the NFL itch, especially when you're doing what right now is sort of the mini NFL. And again, the Tampa thing, because of his dad, that would, if that were to come to fruition, that would probably be incredibly appealing. But I think it's going to probably take something like that. And then on top of that, I mean, what would he have to do at Ole Miss to get on the hot seat? I mean, go out and, commit a felony?
Shoot somebody?
Yeah, I mean, and then it would depend on who it was, probably. I mean, just security forever. I mean, I just not that.
Well, because you don't believe he's going to bottom out, so it's.
Well, they give and to Ole Miss's credit, they give him
yes.
They give him everything he wants. I mean, probably to the point that some of the people over there go, "Really? Are we doing another?" But they do it. They just do it. He needs another analyst. They give him another analyst. He needs a hot works thing inside the building. They do it. Whatever. It just
got a getaway car to make sure he gets back from yoga quickly.
Yeah, they had basically what are those called?
A sprinter van.
A sprinter van, basically on call during preseason camp. It was
to make sure the coaches could get to yoga and get back.
And when he says coaches, he means Lane.
Yes.
To get to yoga and back. I mean, I'm not saying other places wouldn't do a lot of those things, but like they do everything. And again, I always say this as a joke, but I'm kind of serious. His Labrador Retriever is the mascot. Alabama's not letting his Labrador Retriever or anybody else's Labrador Retriever be the mascot. They've got a mascot. I mean, I just don't. I don't. I mean, if I'm a Florida fan, last night would have been like, okay, let's move to the next one because we're not. That's probably not happening.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep,
Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
I mean, the psychopaths are just never going to let the narrative change no matter what. I mean, you're going to have a certain position that goes, no, he's that guy. I don't care. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, there are people that are going to do that. Yes, in the 1990s, was Florida a better job than Ole Miss? By leaps and bounds. Like to the point that
beyond words.
It's not even discussable. But we're in a different era now.
Urban Meyer would have won anywhere.
Yeah. We're in a different era now. And I think for some people, that's hard to accept.
Yeah, and Jason, I don't think we're talking about where is Lane going. I think we're reacting to the Florida psychopaths.
That story's going to come up at some point. I mean, assuming Billy gets fired, they're going to put out hot boards, and Lane's going to be the picture they use on the front of it. I just don't think it's realistic. And I did think the Auburn thing was very realistic 3 years ago. Because it was.
Dan Mullen to Oklahoma State or Arkansas?
I would say Oklahoma State. I don't think Mullen's. I think Arkansas would have to get turned down a few times to get to Mullen. And from everything I've heard, I don't know that they're going to get turned down a few times.
Okay.
SEC jobs, man, they're coveted. All of them. All 16 of them. You're going to get full rev share. You're going to have commitment. Administrations are going to give you money for recruiting, for support staff. You're going to get stuff at SEC jobs that you're not going to get everywhere. Hey, who do we have?
What's up, guys?
Hey, who's this?
Oh. Austin from Fairhope. How we doing?
Hey, Austin, what's up, man?
Oh, I just got to the Atlanta airport. I'm pulling up to a
God
bar.
Bless you.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I apologize. Where are you going?
Yeah. We're going to Spain, and we're here for like the next 4.5 hours.
Oh.
How long is? What's the route? Where do we fly to get to where?
From here to Paris to Madrid.
Okay.
Oh.
You gonna take like all the Ambien and stuff and like conk out or what? What's the plan?
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm about to sit at this bar for a little bit, and I'm gonna, when I wake up in Spain, it'll be the morning, and I'll get a full night's rest.
Oh. You're confident.
Are you flying business class, or are you? What's your seating situation?
No, we are not business class. We're one behind first class.
Okay.
Like comfort or whatever they call it on international.
Okay.
So you can like recline but not lay flat?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
Yeah, because you sounded awfully confident about the sleep. So
yeah, because I would not be confident at all.
Yeah,
I'm screwed.
Carson flew to Helsinki, and
Well-
he did not get a lot of sleep. He said it was just impossible to really sleep.
Well, did he have any help?
I don't know what my wife gave him for his drugs. I'm not sure.
I mean, I've done it before. The trick is to get a neck pillow and you turn it around backwards, so you don't just dangle your head down, and you're good.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Well, we wish you the best on getting sleep. What's on your mind?
Oh, not much. I was just calling to say I got the petition up.
I saw
It's,
that, but
it's
I
on
didn't
2
feel
of the
like I
boards.
could retweet it. So I felt like it had to get movement without my my initial push.
Was I tagged?
No,
That's
he didn't
fair.
tag you.
Oh, Austin,
I'll tag you,
tag
Neal.
me.
I'll
Yeah,
tag you.
tag me. I'll
Okay.
I'll redouble my efforts.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But yeah, I did download the E60 thing. I mean, you've already talked about it a little bit, but downloaded that for the flight. It's pretty good.
It's well done for
Yeah.
that genre. It's really well done.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in it, hey, hoping to learn a whole lot of inside the Ole Miss program, you're going to be disappointed. But that's not what it was made for. I mean, it was made for a mainstream audience, and they definitely played the hits. It was good. It was really solid. It was very solid.
Well, good. I'm looking forward to it. But no, I mean that's really all I had. You know, just killing some time. My wife is sitting here laughing at me for calling in, and I was making a petition. She was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And so I had to explain.
It's
to
probably
her,
hard
the whole
to
backstory.
explain and understand.
But what you should just tell her you're a man of your word, and you told her you were going to make a petition, and you by God did it. I mean, that's
what if I
you
get
say to
Hunter
her.
tomorrow to retweet it? Would that help? You think Hunter would help?
Yeah, sure.
You think that would be a good move?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everyone would be a big help. My Twitter's got like 500 followers, and it's just me on the grill pretty much. So, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
why can't Denson Hollis retweet it?
Well, I don't know what to say.
I mean, you know, let's
Run it up the flagpole a little bit.
shoot for the big dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, got to. And I don't.
mean-
This is my first time ever doing one of those. I couldn't figure out how to set a certain number, but I texted it in a whole bunch of group messages, and I was actually surprised with how many people signed it pretty quickly.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, Neal. Yeah. I mean, not a ton, but just texting it to random people, and my wife sent it in like a bachelorette group chat, and some of them
Hey,
signed it. So,
see?
We'll take whatever we can get.
18%.
Yeah, but all right, guys, I'm sitting down at the bar, but appreciate the show. I'll keep listening,
Yeah,
and
thank
y'all
you.
have a good one. And I'll tag you, Neal.
Yeah,
All right,
do
thanks.
that.
Yep.
Thank you. Safe trip.
Thanks. Bye.
How many people have signed this petition?
Dodgers win the West 9th time in the last 10 seasons under Dave Roberts. That's pretty good.
12 of the last 13 total.
12 of the last 13.
Yeah, there's that.
Ridiculous.
I had Tuesday night. I had to sign a book to an original 4%er, so I appreciated that. We had one of our original ones.
Okay.
That was a better one than one person goes, "Hey, can you sign it with a good night message because he listens to you going to sleep every night?" And I thought, I don't know if that's a compliment.
Yeah.
That kind of seems like a negative, actually. Once you tell me that, I'm just a voice is a natural sedative at that point. So thanks, appreciate that. But yeah, I'll see what I can do. Who do we got?
What's up, fellas? This is Salad.
2. Oh, hey, Salad. What's up, man?
Hello?
Yeah, we're here. We're with you. What's up?
Not much. Well, I want to let y'all know something. I want y'all. Okay, so my brother. I'm at the airport right now picking up my brother. He took a 45-minute flight from Austin to Houston. Picking him up at Houston Hobby right now. In the middle of rush hour. And took me 2 hours, about 3 hours to get here. And now I'm sitting in a Lyft parking spot waiting on his ass. And can you believe that? Who would book a flight during rush hour in Houston?
Yeah. You're really nice to
myself the whole way here.
You're nice to pick him up.
I mean, what was the internal thought process to that? What were we trying to accomplish?
I don't know. Maybe it was the cheapest. I mean, but still, man. Like, I don't live in Houston. I live, an hour and a half away. But then there's traffic involved, and I don't know. I think I'm his little brother, so he thinks I'll just drop everything on a whim and help him out, I guess.
Well, there you are. You're sitting right there, dropping everything on a whim.
What's the shortest commercial flight you've ever taken?
The shortest commercial flight I ever took was Chicago to Milwaukee. It was a connection.
I've done Memphis to Nashville.
That's up and down.
It was up and down. Yeah. What's going on? What else?
I don't know. This is just kind of a miserable experience. But you know what? I don't know what it is about airports, especially this Houston airport, but the risks that walk through that door, that arrival door, oh my God.
What else going on? What else you got on your mind?
I thought y'all would agree.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, it's okay.
Anyways, that's all I got. Love the show.
Appreciate
guys.
you. Thanks.
Appreciate it, bud.
I didn't follow all that.
Neal, you should be excited. I know how much you love them. Krispy Kreme giving away free coffee and donuts on the 29th for National Coffee Day. So you head over and get your donuts.
There you go. That's what I need.
I know you always got a dozen downstairs when I walk in. So
I don't remember the last time I had a donut. Honestly, it's been a minute.
You didn't get one from the back of the press box last week when they had them next to the coffee?
I did not.
Okay. Where were they from? I don't even know.
I don't know. You didn't get them either.
No. Yeah. I don't ever get the coffee.
Mm-mm.
It says community. I don't believe them.
On this coffee scale, press box coffee scale, Ole Miss it's middle of the pack on the good days.
Middle of the pack on the press box scale, not
right.
Period.
Right. Press box scale.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's okay sometimes. It's not super consistent. And sometimes it's just not.
Okay.
Not a big priority. No big deal. I don't judge, but you remember. You remember which press box has good coffee when you need it.
Okay.
Great lemonade. I allow myself a lemonade every game.
You get one lemonade?
I get one lemonade, and then I switch to water.
Do you water it down or just go full leaded?
Full bore leaded lemonade. Just truly enjoy the experience. It's good. Ole Miss has good lemonade in the press box.
Did you do the orange soda during media day?
I didn't go.
You were going. Never mind. You were in purgatory.
I was in purgatory.
My bad. I was there.
So next year I get to have 2 orange sodas.
Where's it at next year?
Nashville, I think. Have they not? They have not announced it.
I don't know. I didn't like the setup in Atlanta. You have to walk so damn far back and forth and all over. Like I was kind of frustrated by the end of that.
I mean, this is inside.
And then my hotel was in the other tower of that hotel, so I had to go all the way across to go up.
I did not like it in Atlanta. I liked it in Nashville a lot. And so I'm told that the league did not like Dallas. I thought the setup in Dallas was fantastic.
And they've just outgrown Birmingham.
Yeah, what are you going to do? If you're going to do it in Birmingham, you can't do it at the Winfrey. You're going to have to figure something out.
Oh, it's interesting. Sailor, coffee smells way better than it tastes.
There's some truth to that.
I mean, yeah.
You're not wrong. Hey,
Tim,
caller. Who do we have, caller?
Tim, thanks for Super Chat. Says donut for Neal. I don't know what they cost these days. You can get a lot of donuts, $10.
I was going to say, I bet I could get a donut for $10.
Yeah. Who we got? Sorry.
I could not tell y'all the last time I've had a donut.
Oh, hey, what's up?
It's been...
I mean, I love a donut. That's why I stay away from them.
By the way.
Yeah.
I could eat a dozen if they were in front of me.
Well, that would be my fear, is that if I had a donut, I'd be like, oh, damn, that's good.
You can eat a dozen.
I like chocolate glaze with coconut on top.
Oh,
that's my favorite. That's my basically an Almond Joy or Mounds donut.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So y'all will get a kick out of this. My mom just watched the Kiffin doc like an hour ago, and just walked in the living room as they were going into, Saban and Kiffin mutually agreeing to part ways, and I had to walk her through. Okay, that's Nick Saban's nice way of saying I fired your ass.
It was.
Yeah, and the other part of that, and I told Laura this last night, that I thought this was an opportunity where they really could have thrown some more into it. Lane was going to leave, I believe, Alabama to go to LSU as Ed Orgeron's offensive coordinator. And it got worked.
I forgot about that.
It got worked out for him to go to FAU, and I think that was a sort of a Saban pulled some strings kind of thing. I really do.
It's the one negative that I have on the doc is that they allowed Lane some pillows.
Multiple.
Yeah, there was. I mean, it was a corporate partner documentary, even though the overall tenor I thought hit true by the end.
If you told me, say, hey, you're an Ole Miss fan, find something to worry about, the one thing in it that would worry me just a little, I think the family stuff overrides this over and over, is it felt like, hey, let's fix this guy's reputation. Let's button him up. Let's iron the shirt. Let's make him look. Let's eliminate some of the past. Let's repackage and repurpose this guy for the next thing. If it was a political guy, I'd be like, oh, he's getting ready to run for office. But I think in this case, I actually think Lane told the truth on this part. And I think Lane pretty much tells the truth. I've said this about press conferences all the time. The guy doesn't do a lot of standing up there in front of you and lying.
He's not a big coach speak guy.
The people believe he legitimately had some sort of, hey, I want to show other people they can be better thing. Like,
I think he genuinely went from 3 or 4 years ago not giving a damn what you thought of him to kind of caring a little bit. And I do think he genuinely cares about what his kids think. I've heard that from enough people outside of a documentary to.
Hold on, a box a day. Hold on, I'm changing the subject.
Whoa,
Daniel says I have a friend who won free Krispy Kreme for a year. He got sick of them after 2 months. A box a day. Oh God.
I mean,
I'd be like going out and giving them to people or something, but
I would just be like, hey,
what are you doing to?
I couldn't eat a donut a day.
Body?
Your sugar would. I mean. Because you eat 2 donuts with your coffee, and I mean, you're
in a coma.
You're go ahead and getting.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, yes, he did feel like a political candidate that, hey, suddenly he's running for president. I mean, a little bit of that.
You could spin that, sure.
Do you know the backstory with how Kiffin and Chris Lowe got so close?
So Chris is tight with Sexton. Chris was covering. Chris was covering Tennessee as a beat writer when Lane got there, and I think
Chris is deeply ingrained at Tennessee.
Yeah, he's very connected at UT, and I think.
Well, so is Paul Feinbaum, guys.
All right, this is going to sound petty. Okay,
here we go.
Like, there was a lot of cool stuff.
He should not have been in the doc.
It was a waste of time in every way.
Total waste. He added nothing to that show. I mean,
you think he demanded to be in it?
No.
I think the SEC has this hang up.
Why?
I don't know.
Is he appealing to like the sidewalk fan? It's just sort of the SEC dude who sits around and watches this shit every day.
He appeals to the Walmart T-shirt fans.
I think so.
Okay.
I actually think you're right.
That's just my take on it.
Be careful, Pete. Like, hat and T-shirt crowd counts too.
I mean,
they do, but
I know what you mean.
Here, all right, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here.
Go for it.
The thing that always gets me about Paul and Kiffin is that he does this weird thing where he's tried to claim that he was the one that influenced USC's decision to let Lane go because he referred to him as the Miley Cyrus of college football.
And that's
absurd. I don't know why Paul continually brings that up.
Yeah, that wasn't it. At all.
No, God, no.
Nobody at USC watched game day that morning and went, well,
that's it.
That's it. Paul Feinbaum thinks he's Miley Cyrus. We got to let him go.
that is.
And here's the other
USC really
that
cares
is
what Paul
egotistical to a
finds.
point that it's hard to fathom.
Okay, and you guys, pop culture is my weak spot. But correct me where I'm wrong. Miley Cyrus still has.
She has rebounded into a very, very, very solid career.
I mean, she's had a pretty solid run at it, right?
Yes. I mean, at that point, but yes, it I mean, I'm not an expert, but to the best of my knowledge, yes.
I'm not either. I'm not just like a big pop music guy. So, I mean, I don't know. I just always think it's weird. Paul always finds a way to bring it back to that comment he made. It kind
He's
of,
real proud of
I
it.
don't know. It low key annoys me. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, okay.
Well, I mean, Miley Cyrus, because that would have been,
much?
and my kid is not the right age for this, but like that would have been right after like Hannah Montana ended, probably.
Yeah, but that was quite a banger.
Oh yeah, she made some dough off Hannah Montana.
I mean, I'm guessing.
A lot of backpacks got sold in that show.
I would think so.
Grind says "Wrecking Ball" is fire. Yeah, that's one of the songs I would know if you made me grab a couple.
So, Neal, I listened to the interview you did with Matt, which I actually like Matt a lot. I think he's the only person on, I don't know if you could say he's on the LSU beat or whatever, that I actually enjoyed listening to his show and just seeing his takes on things. I was really surprised, though, and I said this on the board, that he used the Arkansas game as such a heavy point of reference as why he thinks Ole Miss is going to struggle defensively Saturday.
Yeah.
That just kind of threw me off a little bit.
You know, I mean, because obviously Arkansas did things offensively that LSU's not going to do because stylistically they're so different. Taylor Green and Nussmeier couldn't be more different as football players. You know, Arkansas was able to run the ball between the tackles pretty effectively. That part of it is certainly applicable because they're going to have to. I was just on Matt's show an hour ago when Chase got here. I mean, I think this football game is. And again, now look, you're listening to me diagnose a football game, so do that at your own volition. I think this game comes down to LSU's offensive front versus Ole Miss's defensive front. I think it's really that simple. I don't. I think the rest of it is just kind of eye candy and window dressing. If LSU can run the football and protect Garrett Nussmeier, it's going to win. If it can't, it won't. That's what I believe. Now, look,
okay.
I'm just one person's opinion. My opinion doesn't mean any more than yours or Chase's
or Matt Moscona
or Murray the Moose sitting over there. I mean, I don't know. But
bring Murray back in?
Murray's still in. Yeah, he's in there.
Okay.
Sometimes when I'm just in here by myself, I'll let Murray sit there just so I don't feel totally alone up here, you know?
The lion or whatever in Carson's room kind of like startles me every time when I walk up there.
Well, that's me screwing with him because he pledged SAE, and SAE has the lions, and so I stuck the lion in his room when he came home. He thought it was funny.
I think it's like a cat or something every time I walk up. Yeah, I'm like, an animal.
Yeah, it's just a stuffed lion. Anyway, I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
It's
Thursday afternoon.
I'm 11 podcasts in. I'm kind of, my brain's kind of shot.
You still aren't locked on.
You're right. I'm not locked on.
Well, Matt was. I mean, with
Matt's locked on.
He is.
I
watched a few minutes of one of his locked ons this morning.
Yeah, I will say this though, because I watched a little bit of a preview show you did with Pete, which is fantastic, by the way. He pointed out, I mean, look, their defense is elite. I was really surprised at some of the plays he picked out when they played Florida, though, where Florida just either whipped on a block or DJ Lagway just refused to read his checkdowns.
He didn't read at all. He was terrible. I mean, and the numbers bore that out. I mean, and here's the deal. You can bet that Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss and Joe Judge and all of those guys in there, they watched that film backwards, forwards, sideways, and then did it again. If those plays can be there, Ole Miss will figure out a way to do it, and then it just comes down to execution. You know, you gotta have a quarterback who makes his reads, who finds the window and does it.
And when it's not there, throw the damn thing away.
You know, and I said this on Matt's show. I've covered Lane now for 5.5 seasons. They always get offense. You know, I mean, they just pretty much always get offense. They're going to get theirs. You know, it's going to come down, I think, to their ability to. You've got it. You got it. We do this with fans do this with everybody. Like, oh, the other quarterback sucks or whatever. Look, Nussmeier doesn't suck. He gets a lot of buzz. People like him. He's talked about in the top 10 of the draft. There's a reason for that. He can make throws. You saw that in the deal that Pete showed. You've got to get him off platform. You can't let him get comfortable and get into a rhythm. He will chop you up. But so far this season, he's not been able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, look, last year, and I mean, he ended up having to throw the ball 50 times, and they still found a way to win. And it was just him extending plays, and it was a lot of luck. But I kind of think if he's got to throw the ball 40 times Saturday, I think Ole Miss is winning and covering.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, if you told me he threw it 40 times, it would tell me that their run game didn't work. They were behind the chains all game.
They were trailing the whole game.
Well, and they were facing 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11 all day long. And they're just in this league that no matter who you are, that's going to catch up to you.
Yeah.
The coaching is too good. The athletes are too good. Everywhere.
The D linemen are just too good.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, look, people do the Arkansas game, and the part that I think he missed because he didn't see it live. Sometimes I think it helps to see it live. Petrino's a really good coach. We do the thing about Bobby Petrino with the motorcycle because it's funny, right? He was on the motorcycle and he was having a thing with the girl and the husband beat him up and Yes, all of that's still true. Hey, he's kind of a bad guy. Yep, for sure. He's a hell of an offensive coach. Like, that's the other part that people don't ever finish the sentence. He's a hell of an offensive coach. And for half of the game, he had his way with Ole Miss. He just did. He drew up some really good plays. He's got a really athletic quarterback. They've got one of the better offensive linemen in the league. And what's his name? Carmona. They've got a couple of really good running backs. They've got some receivers who can catch the ball. I can't think of the kid's name. He gets like 5-6 catches a game. I mean, they had players, and he had a really good plan, and I mean, they're good. I mean, if you look at Arkansas's offensive numbers through 4 games, if the only thing that you got shown was Arkansas's offensive stats, that's all you saw, you would go, holy shit, that's a top 5 team. They're 4-0. And so that's the part of the context that gets lost is I think Matt is a little guilty of this, and I do this with other teams too, so I'm not criticizing Matt at all. It is easy to go, oh, well, that team sucks because they sucked last year. And look, I think at the end of the day, Arkansas is still going to have a record that indicates they suck. But their offense doesn't suck, at least not now.
No, they don't. Green is very underrated for how he runs that offense.
So,
I mean, that's.
But here's the thing, and people got on me a little bit on the board, and I'm fine with it. I don't mind the criticism. Like I said, it's probably kind of valid. I haven't seen LSU much. I saw LSU on my computer playing Clemson in the opening night when Ole Miss was playing Georgia State. And Chase can vouch for this. It's hard to cover a game in person and also watch a game on your computer at the same time. I only watched that game in the middle of the night, tired. So, yeah, I mean, because Kara went to the hospital. Yeah, it was that night. I mean, so I saw, and at that time, we all expected Clemson to be really good. Everyone did. Just about everyone picked Clemson to be the ACC team. And so, at the time, you went, oh, wow, look at that. And, since then, they beat Florida. They've beaten Louisiana Tech, and they've beaten Southeastern Louisiana. The reason I didn't quote push back was because I can't sit here and tell you that Matt's opinion's wrong. I don't know. We're going to find out. I mean, 48 hours from right now, we'll be on our way to having an answer. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's wrong. I don't know. We'll see.
The one thing, because I'm always every other day when it comes to LSU game week, whether I think Ole Miss is going to win. And look, this speaks to me and the issue I have with keeping tabs on sports gambling. Apparently, I read this morning where 70% of the public is betting LSU. 70% of the bets have been put on LSU, and Ole Miss is still favored, which was surprising to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. We will
I'll hang up and listen. I appreciate y'all taking the call.
We will definitely see. Thank you. Appreciate it. They'll kick it off at 2:40 something. It's going to be 0-0. They're going to put 15 minutes on the thing, and the guy
Somebody's going to take a snap.
The guy in the red hat's going to be ready to roll. Going to get his workout in the first half.
We really need to get the red hat guy on the podcast.
Apparently, he's not allowed.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, I've communicated.
Even in the off season?
Apparently, at all. I've communicated.
It's not an official. He's holding a clock.
I'm aware. I have communicated with one of his children.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was saying that. He's holding a clock.
He is holding a clock.
I mean, what's the?
I don't make the rules.
He's not even in charge of the numbers on said clock.
I don't make the rules, Parham. I don't make the rules. These are not rules I make. If it were up to me, he would be on our podcast so that we could.
That's really stupid.
Talk to him because I need to apologize to him.
Because you hate him.
Well, and I don't mean to hate him, but on Saturday.
You hate what he represents.
On Saturday, there are times that he walks out and I'm like, you son of a bitch. And then I say other things. And then I feel bad later that I got so mad at the guy in the red hat, but he holds up the thing that goes 350 whatever. And I'm like, oh,
and then
for
we
the
kick
love
and then come
God.
back and it goes 410.
Yeah. And that's when I'm so angry. What's up, Grind?
Yo, what's up? What's up, you guys?
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah, we hear you fine.
I was expecting you to say something
good,
else
good.
between the Bruce thing and the game the other day. I mean,
man, first off, let me get to I guess it's not a funny story, but this is what happened at work the other day, right? So I got the guy that I'm training with going to this house because there's, problems with the pump. So, man, they've got these glue traps everywhere. Because I guess they have a real bad rat problem. And I mean, one time I did see like a big old, I thought it was a cat. but it was a rat that went running around somewhere. I was like, God dog. So I understand why he got the glue traps there. Well, but man, I walked back there and then, it startled me a little bit, but they had a bird. A bird ended up getting stuck on the glue trap. So I was like, dang, man. And so the dude that, that I'm training, man, I guess he's one of these guys that's real in tune with animals and whatnot. I call him Brother Nature. Because, I mean, all the dogs walk up to him and, hell, raccoons will walk up to him. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, all right. So I was like, hey, man, you might be able to help this little bird that's back there. And so, I was like, I'll handle this and, you can mess with the bird. So, man, he ends up getting the bird off the glue trap. And he was like, man, what you think of, kind of clean them off? I was like, shoot, I don't know, man. I was like, hell, in the commercials I be seeing, they be using Dawn soap on the ducks.
Yeah.
Get the oil off. So, hell, I don't know. So he was like, all right. So, about 5 minutes passed. And, man, I promise you, do you know the first time you ever had, like, a cut and you put some alcohol on it and you was like, woo, shit. And, your reaction, you was just like, oh, my gosh, it's burning. Man. So I promise you, like, 5 minutes go by. And all I hear, I was like, what the hell is going on? I ran up to where he was with the bird. And I was like, what's going on? He was like, we ain't had no Dawn soap on the truck, but we had some hand sanitizer.
Oh,
shit.
no.
I mean, that damn bird on fire, boy.
Oh God.
Man,
come on.
I said, that damn bird is on fire.
Oh, man.
That sucks.
That's mean to that. Man, come on.
So what ended up happening?
Oh, it died. I mean, it died. He tried to save it or whatever. I was like, dude.
Oh, no.
I said, man, that thing gonna die from trauma if anything, bro. I'm like, man.
That
I said,
sucks.
why did you do hand sanitizer, man?
Oh, man,
I mean,
that's
look,
terrible.
he had, and he's kind of slow. So I guess I should have told him no hand sanitizer, but I was like, man.
Kind of slow.
I didn't realize the bird was gonna have that thing, boy.
That's terrible.
Oh my goodness.
That's terrible.
So, yeah, I was just like, God dang. But that was a little bird story from her. Like I said, it's a little funny, but it's also sad.
Yeah, it's
RIP
sad.
to the bird. You know what I'm saying? So,
Is the Auburn fan base being very logical and letting Hugh off the hook since he got screwed by the officials on Saturday and just called it a good game?
Chase.
Because y'all got screwed on the fumble too. That was a touchdown. That was 6.
I mean, yeah. Look, I mean, okay. I'm not even mad. Okay, I'm mad about the officiating. But even with the officiating, Auburn still should have won by 7. Because Jackson Arnold missed 2 throws to Cam Coleman. One on the drive where we missed the field goal. I give you credit. He called a run at the perfect time. Jeremiah Cobb broke off the long run. And then I said, right now we need to hit him with a deep pass, play action deep pass. And he had it. Cam Coleman hit him with the double move. Jackson Arnold just overthrew him. Yep. And then we end up.
And I completely agree with you, but I also kind of hate that argument because if you should win, you should win. Like, you shouldn't have to beat a team by 20 to overcome the officiating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand what you're saying, but it also kind of bugs me.
I understand, but I mean, look, I totally agree. But then you give credence to Sooner Scoop when they calling us a bunch of pussies. You know how they are. You know how Kerry and those guys are on Sooner Scoop. He was like, man, I've never seen the biggest bunch of pussies in my life. Gosh, they remind me so much of Oklahoma State. I'm like, bro,
oh, good God, Oklahoma's been acting like that for years now since they've sucked. I mean, give me a break,
man. But my thing is with the Auburn on 3, I'm finna call their ass out. Yo, first off, I don't even interact with the show that was going on.
Okay, so catch up, everybody, on what happened. Start from the beginning.
So, man, JG does his live stream, the Brain Drain.
Yep.
So, after the game, I hop in the Brain Drain. And look, my thing is, bro, if you're gonna be, with your thinking, be congruent with your thinking. Make it even all the way around. And that's what I do. I've been saying for the longest, I thought Oklahoma was winnable. And I was proven right. I said Oklahoma was going to be a winnable game. And I know people are starting to disagree on how A&M is set up, but I'm still going to stick to my guns on the A&M game. I still think Oklahoma was a game that was a 2-game swing. And so I went into the chat, after the game, and I was like, I sent them, a little super chat, and I was like, in my opinion, this was, this game, the Oklahoma game, was the difference between Auburn being 5-1 and 3-3 after the Georgia game. I've always been saying that. And then I said the way Missouri's looking, if you lose to Georgia and then got to welcome Missouri in the town, that's probably going to be a loss. So I said most likely it looks like Auburn could be 3-4 going to Arkansas with a loser getting fired match. That's on the table, bro. I mean, you can look up FPI predictions game by game.
No,
this is my thing with the Auburn on 3 people.
That's not outlandish at all. What you just said, that could absolutely happen.
Thank you. That's what I'm living in the world where 4-2 is not on the table in my scenario, and I think that's likely. I think 4-2 is the least likely outcome in this scenario, in my opinion.
So Auburn on 3 is jumping on their own fans over this.
All right, so tell me, what happened with Auburn on 3?
And so they bring in one of the guys that that converted from 247. And so, they were giving his opinion about the game. And then so I guess he saw my super chat on what I had said, basically how in that scenario, yes, it will be college football playoff or bust. And I've been saying, I said before the Baylor game when I called in, I said Auburn either needs to make the playoff or the season got to look like how South Carolina season looked last year.
Yeah. I
said that, and I've been firm on that because I do not think 8-4 is on the table for Auburn because how dumb are you to think you got one guy saying that he thinks Auburn is going to go 3-3 to finish 8-4? Like, who the hell do you think Hugh Freeze is? He's not a coach that can galvanize guys. He's not a rally the troops kind of coach. When the shit is a snowball, it's going to turn into an avalanche. So there's no way you can say Auburn's going to start 3-3 and then finish 8-4. You're being disingenuous to the people that's listening to you for true insight. That's being so disingenuous, bro. And you've seen it for yourself because last year you picked Peyton Thorne to win 7-8 games. But then you're going to say 8 games is possible this year?
Because he's going to do that. He's going to make the fan base sound good, and then when it doesn't happen, he's going to blame Hugh for it. not himself for the dumbass opinion to begin with.
I got so many problems with that because first off, and you gonna say 8-4 is what we've been telling people this whole time, but then once one guy said, but then the guy that just critiqued, that brought up me, J-Head, that he brought up what I said about college football playoff bust. He's gonna say, well, man, I don't think 7-5 is gonna do it. How the hell can 8-4 be what you projecting, but one game off be what get him fired? That don't make no sense. That don't make no damn sense, man. That's all I'm saying. Be congruent in your thinking. And then I already know Auburn people because the reason why I said college football playoff or South Carolina season or bust, because if Auburn did what I thought and started 5-1 and you finished 8-4, people are gonna be asking this man, how the hell did you finish 3-3 when you had the tougher part of your schedule ahead of you? What the hell happened? You could be liable losing your job then. So yes, if you start 5-1, you need to finish 9-3 or better because 8-4 is gonna be dicey.
Yeah.
So that is my whole thinking on why I said college football playoff or South Carolina season or bust, because he doesn't have the potential to rally troops, which could get him to that 8-4 season that, a lot of people just like to throw out there like it's some magic season. But man, going 8-4 is hard, bro. The only season y'all covered when Lane Kiffin went 8-4 was when he had to rally the troops against Mississippi State and win that game at home. People don't realize when you go 8-4, it's more than likely you should have went 7-5 or 6-6 rather than 9-3 or 10-2 that season. People don't realize that. And so that's what I hate about them being so disingenuous to the people that, follow them and paying them for insight on the team, because you being disingenuous. You lying about who the coach is. And then how you going to sit up there and say it takes 4 years to turn the damn program around? When I seen goddamn Signetti at Indiana, it took this man goddamn 8 months. Look, I'm finna read this off because I did the research myself. Indiana all-time record against Northwestern, 36-47. Indiana all-time record against Michigan State, 17-51. Against Michigan, 11-62. They all-time record against Purdue, 43-71. What the hell are you talking about? It takes 4 years to turn a program around.
At Auburn? I mean, come on.
What are you talking about?
Come on. I mean,
4 years?
Nobody gets 4 years at Auburn.
In 4 years, Hugh built it and crashed it at Ole Miss.
Look,
come on, man.
Look.
They got a losing record against everybody in the Big Ten except for Maryland and Nebraska, sorry asses. And it's because Nebraska ain't been in the Big Ten that long. That don't make no damn sense. And you got people subscribing to this crap. It don't make no sense, man. And then you gonna call me out as a fan for having a congruent and logical thinking and try to crap on me? What are you doing?
What did the rest of the family say in the chat?
You're such a troll.
I'm not. I'm asking. But no, seriously. Like, what did you get defense, or were people actually backing this idiot?
Yeah. Whose side did most of the people in the chat side with?
Well, in the chat, you had one person call me a dummy. He said, they said he was just a dummy.
Whatever.
Then you had one person say, you had one person who I guess who's been following the whole time said, yeah, we've been saying 8-4 this whole time. And then you had one guy who had some sense. He said 8-4 does nothing to turn the program or the fields around. And then the next chat was saying, and then they started talking about 7-5. And then everybody started saying, no, 7-5 ain't it. 7-5 ain't it.
7-5.
It doesn't make sense, man.
I mean, 7-5 is abject failure. Look, period. The end.
I want y'all to be honest, bro. Can y'all please be honest with me? Please be honest, man.
I think we are.
I know. That's why I'm asking y'all this. And look, I'm not even going to start with Ole Miss. If I was to put Eric Singleton, Xavier Chaplin, who was the #1 offensive tackle in the portal, and Cam Coleman on Tennessee, would they expectations be playoff or bust?
Yes. The expectations at Ole Miss would be
Ole Miss fought like hell for Eric Singleton.
Yeah. They want to
Dude, if I was to put Cam Coleman and Eric If you was to put Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton in Oxford, the fans would say playoff or bust. If you was to do that for 9 or 10 programs in the SEC, that is what their fans would be saying. So why the hell is it different here? The only programs that wouldn't say that are Mississippi State and Kentucky.
Do you know what Lane Kiffin would do with Coleman?
Oh, dear God.
If Lane Kiffin had Coleman, I could say something.
Well, he had Amari Cooper, and it would look like that.
It would probably look like that.
Yeah.
Cam Coleman's the second best wide receiver in the country.
He's a freak.
He's the best wide receiver in the SEC by a million miles, and they don't use him the way that they ought to use him. He's almost unguardable at the college level.
How much are you in on 3 stream? Right? Like, do you watch that show consistently?
No, man. The only thing I interact with is Jay-Z's live stream because he's with On 3 now technically. So then he has these other mods who came from 247. They call in after the game and whatnot. And that's what I'm saying. And yeah, like you had one mod telling people like I predicted the whole time Auburn's gonna start 8-3 and finish. Start 3-3 and finish 8-4. Like how, bro? How? And then how can you even stick to them guns when if you say Auburn gonna start 3-3 and you see Missouri is better than what you thought? Arkansas is gonna be a damn challenge in Fayetteville with that offense. Vanderbilt ain't gonna be a walk in the fucking park.
No.
Like what are you talking about, man?
I'm just telling you. Missouri and Vanderbilt both. People are trying to do this based on past stuff, and I'm like, you're wrong. You're just wrong. You're wrong. I'm not saying those are unbeatable teams, but I'm telling you, you have to show up to beat those teams this year. Vanderbilt is extremely well coached and very physical.
They're good on defense. They're really good.
They are very physical. And Missouri,
they are a good team.
And Missouri, you just don't line up and run on them. You got to kind of eye candy them to death, and because they'll stop your running game. People do the thing with Drinkwitz where they're like, oh, he's a goob and he's a whatever. I'm like, who cares? He's a really good coach. He's 25-5 in his last 30.
Yes.
Auburn is not 25-5 in its last 30. I don't understand that stuff.
On this record, at this pace, it would take Auburn 5 years to get 25 wins.
I mean, people do this in our field, and it drives me insane. Yes, did Vanderbilt suck for a long time? Clearly. Obviously. Does Vanderbilt suck today? No. Does Missouri fit in the SEC? I mean, no. But they're in it, and they're 25-5 in their last 30. And yeah, some of the 5 have been really ugly, but they won 25 of their last 30 games.
Hey, did the Auburn fan base want Cohen to put out that stupid lukewarm statement today? Like, what was that? What purpose was that damn thing serving?
What is that, man? And I hope Hugh Freeze ain't had nothing to do with it. Because
what happened?
If that's the case, I'm
today. It's Thursday, okay? The game was on Saturday.
Okay.
After reflecting, I want to take a moment to address what transpired last Saturday at Oklahoma. Since the game, Auburn University President Dr. Chris Roberts and I have had extensive conversations with Southeastern Conference leadership, including Commissioner Sankey. We remain extremely disappointed because our young men prepare each week to compete at the highest level. They deserve to have the game officiated at an optimum level. We fully understand the human element of the officiating process. Judgment calls don't always go your way. Saturday went beyond judgment calls. A specifically emphasized rule was not properly officiated, which impacted the game by giving our opponents the lead. As the SEC acknowledged, the Auburn family and our student-athletes deserved better. John Cohen.
I had to bow to Ben Zobrist for a moment.
Oh, sorry. Ben's your guy.
Well, I mean, World Series MVP.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to rant on y'all like this.
No, you're very good.
We're here to help.
Not offending us.
Hey, BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/MPW. It's better, HELP.
But you know what? Like, the tip of the iceberg and how this whole conglomerate bull crap they done did over there on 3 is just not going to work. It's sloppy. You don't have – it's awful because, first off, before JG brings anybody on, he's criticizing Hugh Freeze for his sideline demeanor. He's saying JG's words, exact words. He says, man, why does Hugh Freeze look like a beta cuck loser on the sideline when things are just going wrong? You still got a chance to win the game. Just JG, the man running your damn stream, saying that. And you going to come in here thinking he can rally the troops? What am I watching? And then you had one dude come on there talking about, Gus had success against Kirby. And against Kirby Smart, so maybe Hugh Freeze can. Georgia been whooping our ass for years. What is he talking about? Success. That's what I'm like. I was just like, bro, like this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I mean, but I'm wrong. People. The thing about it is, and I feel more vindictive about this because everywhere I've gone, everybody been heaping praise on Auburn after the loss. Like, man, they look good.
They did look good.
I knew they would look damn good. I knew they would look fucking good. You got Cam Coleman and Ed Singleton. Why the hell would you pay all these players and not look good?
I think you got a shot on Saturday. I think it's really close in college.
I've got him as my money line.
Yeah,
I got Auburn winning.
My only worry is the man who's leading them, bro. Like, I promise you, it takes a lot, especially after that loss like that, especially after that loss they suffered to Oklahoma. It's going to take a lot for them to have to bounce back and go back on the road, man. And that's going to come from the top.
How much
It's
is
not gonna
Auburn
be about
charging for
whether
those
Auburn has the talent
media,
to do
those
it.
passes to sit in on the press conferences after the games for fans? They doing that like Oklahoma?
I'm pretty sure they are, man. But I'm not finna do that, man. Look,
I'm kidding.
I'm 300 miles away and giving people better insight on Auburn than they is.
Hey, what are your thoughts on?
How are we changing the bar on basketball, or are we?
I kind of agree with the War Report, and they agree with me when I told them, I said I still expect this team to be at least a 7 seed. We're not gonna hold them to any postseason success. But like I said, man, I mean, the thing about it is when you had literally no success before Bruce Pearl, like I mean, I joke with people, but I'm like, hell, if Steven is successful, are we just gonna wait for him to have kids? Like if he hit it off, it's just gonna be like a Pearl oligarchy.
Hey, no, Chris Porter existed, Grind.
So,
I mean, come on. Mamadou Njai, that group existed.
I covered an Auburn team that was a 1 seed. Sweet 16. They lost.
What year was that?
That was been 99. That was Scooney Penn and Michael Redd at Ohio State beat them in Knoxville in the Sweet 16.
Okay. I mean, look, to be honest with you, I think he fails. I don't think there's no middle road with Steven. I don't see him being like some, I guess 19 and 13 type coach where we're every year on the bubble. Because I mean, if he does, people, Auburn fans gonna hate to hear it, but if that's what he ends up being, he gonna stay at Auburn for a minute. If he ends up just being some bubbly coach, I think they'll give him grace and he can stay for Auburn for about 10 years if he's always on the bubble, doing his little thing.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I think so. But
hey, last thing.
I don't think that.
Give me your thoughts on LSU at Ole Miss.
First off, I think this game can go either way. For safety measures on my future, I'm gonna sprinkle Ole Miss money line. Just because, I mean, look here, I called in last week. Like I say, man, I got to be congruent with my thinking. I called in last week and asked y'all who we gonna put, playoff, money on, Ole Miss or Oklahoma, because I think one of them got a chance to beat LSU. And then, I'm still not that crazy about Oklahoma, and so I'm gonna pick Ole Miss for financial reasons and just because the game's at home, and so that's how I'm gonna roll with it. And like I say, man, I appreciate y'all taking my call.
Thank you, Ron.
Y'all have a blessed one and have a great weekend.
Appreciate it, bud. Thank you.
I'm just gonna say what I said on McCready and Siskey today. If Ole Miss wins Saturday, I think the expectations for the season change.
Well, they definitely do. I mean,
it becomes Tyler kind of pushed back on playoffs or bust.
Yeah, I mean, that is probably strong.
But it's close.
I mean, somebody said earlier, you do have to kind of think about where Ole Miss is as a program. And I mean, we're about right now, and the expectations have fully changed. But I do understand the thought because this is Ole Miss in Vegas being favored against a team ranked number 3 in the country, and Ole Miss is starting a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
That's a different world.
I mean, if the whole thing is get to 10, right?
That's all it is.
If they beat LSU, that's 5. Washington State and the Citadel is 7. You have 5 other games. And you have to win 3.
And you can do Florida, Carolina State to get there.
I mean, anything short of the playoffs would be a disappointment.
Well, there's no doubt about that now. Yes. Because you're 6-0. I mean, period. Washington State sucks.
Well, you're 7-0 because Citadel. I mean, I know this not in order. My point is you've got those wins. Hey, caller, who do we have?
Hey, guys, this is not the real Neal from 24/7.
Hey, what's up, bud?
What's happening? It's good to talk to the not me.
Oh, not much. Yeah, that's it. Most of the time, I only do the questions on the mailbag, but I decided to call in tonight.
Thank you.
I did have a quick question for you. I know that you had discussed previously multiple times about what you would think would happen between the 2025 Ole Miss team and the 2024 Ole Miss team.
Yep.
Is this LSU game the closest? We'll have to find me out.
I mean, I understand the thought.
I think last year's Ole Miss team would beat this year's LSU team at home.
He's saying to you, because this LSU team is so close to the Ole Miss team from last year, is that the closest way we know how that would go?
Kind of, maybe. I don't know. I hate to be this guy.
I know it's not apples to apples exactly, but the roster is kind of similar.
Yeah, and that's my thing is, I mean, and people are like, it doesn't make sense. I've had some people push back on me with that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, well, not everything in sports makes sense. I mean, look, there's no way around the fact that last year's team should have made the playoffs. Frankly, last year's team should have made the national semifinals. It didn't, and nobody enjoys going, hey, that was failure, because people hate that word. But it was. I mean, it was. If you go back.
No, I mean, as you said, yeah, it doesn't mean you go get tarred and feathered.
Right.
I mean,
I'm not saying that anybody should be taken to the town square and humiliated.
But yes, it was a failure of a season.
But it was. I mean, they underachieved. They just did. I mean, it's okay. I mean, life goes on. And I mean, the irony of this year's team, if it wins Saturday, being in position to make the playoff as opposed to its predecessor is rich. Because this team's not as good as that team. It's just not. I've watched both, and it's not. Now, maybe it will by the end of the year look like a different team. But I'm willing to die on this hill. And yet, I think if this team wins on Saturday, there's a real shot.
Well, because they're playing a worse South Carolina, probably. They're playing a worse Florida. They're playing a worse Kentucky. I mean, it's just different. I mean, it's not apples to apples. I mean, you can't just go, oh, well, they made it and they didn't, so they're better. I mean,
play
there's a
Oklahoma
lot of
that maybe with a backup quarterback.
Mateer's got whatever the hell's going on with him at this point.
You would, I mean, honestly, if they win on Saturday, I think you can start having the do you want to play in the SEC championship game conversation. Because if you win one of the two road games, 11-1's on the table.
Yeah. Trinidad, but just,
I mean, just being real. Now, they haven't won the game yet, and they got to go win the game Saturday, and the game Saturday is absolutely a losable football game.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, this is a moot point.
And the season isn't over if you lose on Saturday. Because there's a world where Mateer's not healthy, and your losses are Georgia and LSU.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I still think they get in at 10-2. I just think an SEC team is getting in at 10-2, even if the schedule sucks.
I agree. I'm just leaving the caveat of but if the Big 12 gets 2 and the ACC gets 2 and
it gets
Notre Dame somehow gets to 10-2, it's going to get kind of hard.
Yeah. I get it.
Just math and all.
Yeah, there are 11 spots.
I mean, if you have 12 things and I start taking things away,
and it's 11,
then you have fewer things. Yeah. Because one doesn't go to you. Because it's to a group of 5.
That's correct, yes.
You don't qualify for that one spot. So you have 11 spots that you're fighting for.
Yes.
And if 2 go here and 2 go here and 1, well, there's the pie's getting small.
You really have to finish in the top 10 to feel safe.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
And if they lose to LSU at home, they're going to fall where you have climbing to do. And they don't have a lot of opportunities to climb.
You're counting on other teams to lose.
Yeah, and then if the win is Oklahoma and Oklahoma ends up with 4, 5, 6 losses or something, it's not going to give you this big catapult. And then you lose to Georgia and you fall again, and the only opportunities you have to come back are against the South Carolina team where the coach might be going to Virginia Tech.
You kind of are in a little bit of bad luck from an Oklahoma standpoint because Mateer getting hurt, I think, is going to keep them from beating Texas. I think Oklahoma was absolutely beating Texas with Mateer.
I do too, and so that's what I'm kind of getting at. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying anybody that goes, well, it just couldn't. I'm like, yeah, it could.
Yeah, there's a weird world.
I can absolutely draw out a scenario where it happens.
Yeah.
I interrupted your call. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's good. One last question, and I'm taking off here. Thanks, guys, for all you do. As far as the SEC coaching carousel and how crazy it's likely to get, if I set the over-under at 4 hirings for the SEC this year, are you going over or under?
Oh, under. That's too many. 4's too many. Because you're not going 5. He's setting it at 4.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you push at 4.
Can you get to 4? How are you getting to 4?
Arkansas, Florida, South Carolina,
Kentucky.
I can get to 4 pretty easy.
But you don't have a 5th.
Well, unless you do something crazy where
a guy goes somewhere else.
Well,
I mean, I get you could ignite the dominoes.
Eli Drinkwitz goes to Arkansas.
He's done a better job at Missouri.
He is. It's home. Sometimes people do weird stuff.
Beamer leaving doesn't make sense.
Restart the honeymoon.
But at a place that can't win?
To go to a place that's special to him. People do sentimental
He
shit.
ain't his dad.
Well, he's his dad's son.
Okay.
Got the same name.
It'd be stupid.
Spell it the same way and everything.
It'd be stupid.
I didn't. That's not the point. People do sentimental stuff all the time.
Yeah. But that would be really dumb. Because he's not getting fired in Columbia this year.
Not this year. He won't get fired in Virginia Tech for 5.
Oh.
Honeymoon.
They suck.
Yeah.
The program, not the team.
No, everything.
The program, they suck.
Everything. But you have to rebuild in the ACC, not the SEC.
Yeah. Is this that Marquee or whatever?
Yeah.
Who they play?
One more against the Mets.
Okay. After you left this morning, Jeffrey and I talked a good bit about the Tigers, Indians, Guardians.
What a disaster. Holy cow.
Largest deficit or largest fall in Major League Baseball history if they don't make it. 15.5 up on July 8th.
It's unfathomable.
It's because you start doing the math of what it takes to hold on, and it ain't taking much.
No,
I mean,
no, if you just play 500 baseball.
Oh, you're cruising at 500 baseball. And then the Mets potentially missing the postseason with a $60 million payroll.
Oh, very likely to miss it. Hey, caller, who do we have?
Hey, this is Nick from
Nick.
North Carolina.
Hey, Nick, what's up?
Just wanted to ask you guys, have you guys got any comments you're willing to make publicly about the Sidney Thomas story with Lane Kiffin?
You're going to have to fill me in on who Sidney Thomas is. I'm sorry.
I believe she was the ring girl for the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, and she got real popular off of that. And then I think she was on a reality show and said that apparently Lane Kiffin had like hit her up. I mean, she's only recently gotten famous, so I would assume that's been in the last year or so. So I don't know what if you guys got anything to say about that or not.
Which football coach he slid into her DMs is the story? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, he is single.
He's single.
Man, whatever.
I mean, if you look at her, she looks like his type.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, blonde, tall. That's kind of his.
Oh, yeah.
That's his type. I mean,
whatever.
I mean, yeah, that's
a pretty live and let live one there.
Good for Lane. I don't know what else to say. I mean, he's single, a multi-million-dollar successful football coach. It's not exactly scandalous, unless I'm missing something. I mean, unless there's some way.
I didn't mean anything like that. I just thought it was a funny story, and who knows, she might just be making the whole thing up too.
Well, I mean, even if he sent her some racy text, I mean, you might be able to question his judgment, but he wouldn't be the first guy to send some risky text to attractive blondes. He probably won't be the last.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's unbeaten.
Has all the looks of a fake story. I just got somebody sent it to me just a second ago.
Right?
Yeah, it's got the looks of I'm not buying this one.
Yeah, it's going to take more than that.
No, yeah. And I mean, I thought it was silly too, but just figured I'd throw it out there.
All good. No,
yeah.
I got it.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Yep. Yeah, live and let live.
Yeah, 15.5 games. You're playing in your playoff rotation at that point. You got Tarek Skubal. You got to think you're cruising.
Jeffrey had the stat that's crazy. The Guardians are 14 over 500 and have a -4 run differential.
Everything's gone their way.
At 14 over 500.
Everything's gone their way. And they have a really strong organization.
They do.
They have a culture that just wins. Do you have any interest at all in the baseball postseason?
I have an interest in the baseball postseason because it's the baseball postseason.
Right.
I will just watch the games because it's the baseball postseason. I don't know. I was trying to think of that yesterday. Who am I pulling for?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I have no real reason for this whatsoever. I'm going to pull for the Mariners in the American League.
Sure.
And in the National League, I don't know. I'm on the struggle bus a little on where I'm going with my very bandwagony fandom in the National League.
I catch myself pulling for Kyle Schwarber, but I don't really want the Phillies to win.
That. Can't do
that. The Mariners are fun. Cal Raleigh's had such a great season.
I really like Cal Raleigh for whatever reason.
I don't like the Padres.
Because that would be an easy one if it weren't for just it being them.
Yeah, I'm tired of the Dodgers.
See?
I know.
Well, your team's in the damn thing.
Yeah, but they're not going anywhere. They're not good enough to do anything.
Well, they have a better record than the Padres.
Well, that's true.
I mean, just saying.
I mean, I don't know if the Cubs have the pitching to win that series against San Diego. They can really hit. Hey, caller, who do we have?
This is T-Raj. What's up, Neal? What's up, Chase?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
We're good. We're good. How are you?
Good. I'm good, man. I'm good. So I'm curious what y'all's thoughts are on. Maybe I'm just thinking about this wrong, but if we're going to have a quote unquote true quarterback controversy, depending on the outcome of this game on Saturday. I mean, obviously, if Trinidad goes out there and lays an egg, it's unquestionable. You know, you go back to Austin. If he plays well and they win, I'm of the opinion that Austin is the quarterback. He's quarterback of the future. He's your guy. And I'm thinking if you're Trinidad, you've played good games. Even if he wins Saturday, you put 3 good games on film. You caught the eye of, you know, maybe the NFL, USFL, Canadian Football League. Somebody will take a chance on you. But you don't really have a whole lot to play for. You know, I mean, by playing more games at this point, because you're not going to keep going. I don't know. I don't see there being a controversy, but a lot of people on your former site, I'll say, are heavily of the opinion that
the Mobile Register?
You know, this is Trent.
I mean, look, there is going to be an overwhelming percentage of the fan base that wants Trinidad Chambliss to just be the starting quarterback the rest of the season if he goes for 280 and 70 on the ground and they beat LSU on Saturday. It's just the way fandom works. It's going to happen.
I have an answer for this, and I know it is not the best fodder for talk. Believe me, I get it. It's Lane Kiffin. He's going to play the quarterback that he thinks gives him a best chance to win. Period. At the end. He's going to let the chips fall where they may. Right?
Yet in the fan base's defense, if that's our standard, then we don't talk about anything ever because
right,
that's
I understand.
always
I said this is not,
yeah,
but this is one where he's going to play the best quarterback. Right now, Simmons is hurt. I mean, there's some rumblings that Simmons is
here's the deal,
still
guys.
a good ways away.
Like I have not heard exactly what is going on beyond hobbled, but this is not a basic lower ankle sprain because he would not be out this long. There is information that is not out there regarding his injury.
I will tell you on the field, final minute in Kentucky, I was told ankle and hip.
Yeah, he looked horrible in the Arkansas game when he was walking off. Like he did not look like he was going to walk that off in a week or two.
Look, there's a scenario where neither one of them are here in January. There just is. There's no point in pretending there's that neither of these two quarterbacks are still on the roster in the spring. That is a real possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
And and even with all the the ridiculousness regarding the waivers, the odds of them both being here is like less than 1%.
It's 0.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not happening. Not happening.
Yeah, and I'm of the opinion, I don't see how, if I'm Austin and you play Trinidad, I don't know how I would stay, even if you're like, he's gone
I mean, here's the thing. Lane has been pretty consistent about this each week. He has said if Austin's healthy, he's the quarterback, which tells me that he's massaging some egos, but also that he believes, which is what I believe, which is what most football people believe, that the highest ceiling with this team is Austin Simmons, because he can make every throw. You know, I mean, he can make every throw.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Trinidad Chambliss was headed to Rice before Ole Miss got in. Is that right? Is that Temple? I mean, Austin Simmons was turning down 7-figure offers from other SEC schools. I mean, they're not the same. That doesn't mean that Trinidad Chambliss can't go lead Ole Miss to a national championship. That's not what I'm saying. But I think Lane is consistently answering the question. But the key part that everyone gets lost in is that if he's 100%, and he's clearly not 100%, but he's available, and they're going to have him out there. And if something happens on Saturday where he needs to go out and play, he's going to play. But I do think they're trying to get him through to a place where he can perform at close to 100%, and then they'll go from there. Again, by then, you'll if I'm right, Chambliss will have played some really big games, including the one on Saturday. Like we're gonna know a lot more about Trinidad Chambliss at this time 48 hours from now than we know today. I mean, if he goes and lights LSU on fire, well then, it's going to be hard. You're going to be hard pressed to justify taking him out of the lineup unless Austin is 100% completely healthy. And I think we're a long way away from that. Now, if he goes out on Saturday and he's really limited because LSU takes something away from him and it really bogs the offense down, well, that might make it where, hey, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, because the truth is Ole Miss has 2 open dates after this. They have open date, and they have an open date disguised as Washington State. They have 2 full weeks to get his ankle well before they go to Athens. So I think I totally understand why it's fodder for everyone. And I know what I'm saying is kind of buzzkill for the fodder, but I think we almost have to wait and just see what Saturday looks like from a quarterback standpoint. I mean, this, in fairness to Matt Moscona, he's exactly right. This will be the best defense that Trinidad Chambliss has ever played.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he won't tear it apart, but
I don't really. Oh yeah. I don't really care for the fodder. I think Austin is your guy, and it's funny to me how the psychology of guys, they're both 2-0. They both got an SEC win. They both got a non-conference win. But it's like people just look at, okay, well, he's thrown 4 interceptions. Trinidad's thrown 0. I mean, that's basically what it's coming down to, even though people aren't admitting that out loud.
Yeah.
They're just trying to find a difference. And they're saying, well, that guy threw 4 picks, so he's clearly worse than Trinidad. When it's just funny, silly to me to make that deduction. But anyway, I'll hang up. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you very much.
Yeah.
I know you got to go in a minute, don't you?
Yeah, we got a minute.
You got a grocery store thing. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's why they play the games.
I mean, it's theater.
Oh,
it's for damn sure. I mean,
if he lights the world on fire on Saturday night and Ole Miss beats LSU and we're having this conversation, I mean, it's pretty obvious, at least for a while, where you're going to go. And it gives them, I mean, frankly, in that world, it gives them more opportunity to get Austin healthy. Because he's not healthy. Because if he were healthy, he'd be playing. He would have played last week. He didn't play because...
the caveat that Lane is going to have to figure out, and again, we need a larger sample size. We're through 2 games, including a freaking blowout, okay? And we have no sample size hardly on Austin. But Austin only has a higher ceiling if he doesn't throw the ball to the other team. It's college football.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, talent doesn't always win when it comes to mistakes and poise and all those things. And again, not saying Austin doesn't have it, just saying that 4 turnovers versus 0 as we go on. We need more sample size, but it's a thought.
Yeah. We put the basketball story up on the site.
I have not.
I need to do it real quick. I haven't
done that.
It's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge game. for both teams. Look, I started to use a bad word. There's an absolute ton of pressure on Brian Kelly today.
Oh, a ton.
I mean, it's a huge game for him. If he loses, and look, Moscona's not stupid. If you want great radio in Baton Rouge, you build this up, and then when they lose, you go, you underachieved. Everybody paid for this, and you can't deliver. I mean, you set up a storyline.
And at some point you do become, hey, 3 in a row did it before you, and you haven't done it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Lane played into that on Monday. It's not wrong.
Oh, he ratcheted it up. Hey.
Yeah, 100%.
He talked about it today on McAfee again.
He's not wrong. Ed Orgeron won a national championship there. Les Miles won a national championship there. They're going to yell at me for using a media relations story, but I really don't have anything to add to this, I mean, most of it was known. I'm referring to Ole Miss's.
Yeah, I mean, it was only 2 games that I think they were waiting on.
And they had been kind of announced.
Yeah, it wasn't anything of overly note. Well, no, they shouldn't. I mean, NFL Network, Jerry Jones says Cowboys will not honor Micah Parsons before the game. Why would they?
Why would you do that?
No. He's not retired. He's playing for the other team.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. And he left under a contract dispute.
Yeah, what are we doing?
It's like all the people that keep asking the Thunder when they're going to retire Kevin Durant's number.
Are they really?
Yeah. Why? For what? While he's playing? I mean, maybe 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just say this about Ole Miss and Lane and quarterbacks and the portal. He's going to get a good quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean, on the list of things that you should worry about, that's like number 4,607.
There are 2 absolutes. He's going to get a good quarterback, and the quarterback was going to be very expensive, whether he's a returner or a new guy.
100%.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's either going to be because Austin Simmons comes back and has a big season and you have to pay him, or it's going to be because you are in the market for a quarterback and you go at the top of the quarterback market and you have to pay him.
Yes.
So, I mean, they're going to have a quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm just, what their offensive line market might look like. Sure. You want to have that debate? Sure. Can you pony up enough money? Can you budget enough money to get the top wide receivers in the market?
Yeah. Replacing Perkins, all that stuff.
I mean, they pretty much have, but yeah, I mean, but they're going to figure out the quarterback. And the truth is, it's his past quarterback for the last 3 years is starting on Sunday in the NFL as a rookie in September.
He is.
I mean, that's going to really help him on the recruiting trail.
Yeah. And the guy that he brought in as a portal pickup.
And the guy that he inherited the last time, at the risk of, I'm not trying to character assassinate, but if he had less off-field stuff,
he was a draft pick.
Was going to have an NFL future.
Yes, 100%.
And might still, but probably not.
Yeah.
But, but he got Jackson Dart, and over 3 years, Jackson Dart, who had been sort of cast aside at USC, was a first-round pick who is now starting in the National Football League in his rookie year in September.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a quarterback. I understand the debate. I do not understand the gnashing of teeth over it.
Yeah.
Silly. All right, we will have post-game on Saturday. Probably around, I'd guess, 6:45, somewhere in there. When he hits the button, probably. I'll have content at Rebels 24/7. So will Chase. So will Tyler Comas. I will join the post game as soon as I get an opportunity, and then we'll be back with not a full week of podcast next week, but a week of podcast next week at MPW Digital. So for Chase Parham, I'm Neal McCready. Again, thanks to everybody who called. Thanks to everybody who participated in the stream. Thanks to Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating for making this show possible each and every week. If you're traveling, have safe travels, be safe, and we will talk to you again soon.